Good morning, boys and girls. It's the science experiment again. Well, last week I got a lot of compliments from all your parents about loving and sending me those beautiful pictures. And I was so amazed. Not just you were involved, but your siblings were also. I love that. Because that's what science is about. It's about bringing everybody together that loves what's going on. Well, this week we have another science experiment for each day. And today, there are three things that you should have already at home. Water, of course, I have it in a glass jar. Oil, it could be any kind of oil. And from last week, your food coloring. Okay? Now, what are we going to do? We're going to try to mix. I'm going to try to mix three things. We're going to try to mix water with oil. And we're going to try to mix the food coloring with it. So let me explain what chemistry really teaches you, especially when you're getting to middle school, because that's when it really gets interesting. But they're going to teach you something that's called a periodic table. And the periodic table pretty much says everything that exists that you don't see, that's created, and then they mix one or two together and they make something out of it. So for example, water has two elements of the periodic table. One is oxygen and the other one is hydrogen. Have you ever heard of the expression H2O? If you have, those are the formulas to make water. So H2O is two hydrogen elements and one oxygen. And when you mix those three together, you make water. Awesome, right? But in the oil, you do have hydrogen, but you also have carbon dioxide. And so my experiment is to prove to you that it either mix or it doesn't mix. And that's what we're going to find out. Will carbon dioxide and hydrogen mix with oxygen and hydrogen? We don't know, but we're going to find out. Shall we? So the first thing you should have is a glass jar, clear so that you can see what's going on. No design, no picture, just like these. I got these from Dollar Tree years ago. And it has a lid, which some of you remember because you used it for your eyedroppers. Alright? Now that I have the water in here, I'm going to bring my camera down so that you can continue to see what's going to go on. Alright? So I'm going to change now and I'm going to add extra virgin olive oil. Watch what happens. Do you see those little droplets? Something's going on. Where did the oil go? Did it go down? No. It actually stayed all the way at the top. And why is that, Mr. Rodriguez? Because you have oxygen here. If you have hot oxygen here, carbon dioxide will come up here. Hydrogen is right in the middle with it. But that's not what you're looking for. You're looking to see, is this going to allow me to bring in the food coloring that I'm going to use as droplets? Well, let's see. I've never done this experiment, but I know it works. So I'm going to bring just 3 drops of blue. Are they going down to the water? No, Mr. Rodriguez. And I wonder why they're not doing it. because this is chemistry and it takes a little bit of time to see what's going on. Now here's the green one. And you're going to say, oh shucks, this is not going to work at all. It will. It will. So what happens here, boys and girls, is that the food coloring has another chemistry in there. But because it has to go through oil, hydrogen and carbon dioxide, it takes a little bit of time. But as soon as you see them come together, which I see them joining together in the middle, you may not see it, but when you do this experiment at home, you'll be able to see it from the top. And you're going to say, what are those bubbles? Well, those bubbles are signaling that something is going to happen between the oil and the water. My hope is that the water will receive those colors. Oh, look what's happening now. All the little food coloring drops that I did, they came all together to the middle of the jar. They came to the middle. And look what happens. Boom. Look what happens. Boom. The first one was blue because that was the first color that I did, right? What is going on, Mr. Rodriguez? This is chemistry. This is what science is all about. It's about the wow. Okay? Now I see that the green is mixing with the blue. If you see it now. And it's amazing. Look, 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 look. Boom, there goes the green. And it went all the way down. I have not seen the red yet. I've not seen the red yet. I've only seen blue and green. I'm wondering, when is red going to come through? I'm hoping it will. There it goes! Oh my God, there goes the red! What an awesome experiment! Now what happens? You keep observing, you keep writing down what you see, and you start learning. This is all about experimenting, observing, and drawing what you see. There goes another blue one, see? So it was blue, green, red, then blue, and now red. Red popped. So the last one should be green. This is so awesome. Really cool. There goes the green. The green is going kind of mixed in there. And you have to understand that that happens because the oil, remember, oil has carbon dioxide and hydrogen. Water only has oxygen and 2 elements of hydrogen. So it's really important that when you do this experiment, you know the 2 chemical elements that are mixed here, and that you know what's happening once the food coloring gets through. So we're down to the last droplet. They're still hanging on in there. But if you've seen what happened with the last blue that just popped down, that is the most amazing experiment that you could ever have. So I hope you enjoy this experiment and that you do it. You can do it with vegetable oil, you can do it with corn oil, you can do it with olive oil, you can do it with peanut oil, you can do it with almond oil, you can do it with any kind of oil. Even if you have coconut oil and the coconut oil is liquid, you can use it. Okay? Because there is coconut oil, but it gets solid and you have to heat it up. But if you have it melted and it's all liquid, then it's good to go. Well, boys and girls, this was the lesson for oil and water in your chemistry experiment. I hope you liked it. I did. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Remember, this is our last week of videos. After this week, capiche, no more. Alright? Enjoy this, and I'll see you tomorrow at Google Me. Bye.